partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, we have Joseph Loughran, our Marketing Vice President. And then we have a special guest speaker who we are delighted to have join us on today's presentation. And her name is Adrienne Etheridge, and she is our Regional Sales Director from IHC. So everything that you're going to learn about today has to do with these sell while you sleep products. We're going to show you ways to sell these products and different ways to drive traffic. You're going to see a lot of great ideas. And then Adrienne is going to come on in about 10 to 15 minutes here, and she's going to dive into the IHC product line that fits right into our Sell While You Sleep platform. So some awesome stuff to come, including full guaranteed issue products as well. So the point is, every single client that is in your database, we have a product for. You will never have a time where you call us, or maybe if the client starts running a quote or signs up, there will never be a time that we don't have a product for that particular client. So keep that in the back of your mind. But what you're going to learn about today is all the different ins and outs around selling while you're sleeping. And that's pretty much as easy as it sounds. The whole obstacle and the challenge here, and you say to yourself, you know, great, I have this awesome website that I'm using for free through Levinson, all these great tools, these awesome products that are 100% client-driven, everything looks great, sounds great, I'm ready to go. Well, the challenge is, well, how do you drive traffic to your site? Okay, and that is what we're going to talk about today, as well as we're going to give you an overview of the technology, tools, and products that we have put together to make this an awesome, and in fact, the only Sell While You Sleep platform available today. So great stuff to come. Joe is going to touch on our upcoming agent training events, and then we're going to dive into some of the tools and, of course, the free website that we have put together for our agents. But even if you have a website already that maybe you spent a lot of money building and obviously time that you put into this, that's great too, because we can add these products in the system to your existing site. So keep that in mind also. So Joe's going to touch on what's coming up next, and then we'll dive into the presentation. Joe?
Yeah, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. I just want to highlight some great upcoming calls for the rest of this week and the beginning of next week. Of course, you can register for any one of these webinars right on our homepage, which is kerrylevinson.com, and join just like you did for today's call. So you can also access all the recordings on the YouTube channel. Right now, we've got about just over 125 different videos on anything from our sales platforms to our proprietary products. So you can check that out. Just go to YouTube and type in Levinson, and you'll be able to view all those videos. But starting tomorrow, which is the 14th at 1 p.m., we're actually hosting a webinar, co-hosting a webinar on deduction ideas for business owners to really target the small to medium business owners and show them how you can use different insurance products to help maximize business succession and actually help develop and close some of those risks that they have as small to medium business owners. And then Friday, which is the 15th, at 2:30 Eastern, we're going over sales ideas for client objections. So we're going to talk about some of the more common objections that you'll face with different clients and how to handle those and overcome those. And then Monday, which is the 18th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, we're covering a lifetime income rider sales concept, which is actually an index universal life policy where you can actually turn on a guaranteed income stream, which is pretty unique when it comes to index universal life. So definitely register and be on the lookout for some upcoming emails on those separate different webinars.
Okay, thanks, Joe. So the agenda for today, pretty straightforward here. We're going to go over, of course, the Sell While You Sleep platform updates and new products that we've added. And then, of course, Adrienne is going to jump on and talk about the IHC products that fit into our platform, and also give you kind of a 100-foot overview of what they're doing and what's working for agents today. So real quick, if you want to take out a pen and paper, I'm going to give you some ideas that you obviously need to think about, and we can help you materialize some of these great ideas as well if you want to dive in after the presentation. So a few things to keep in the back of your mind as we move forward is last year, 86% of all consumers that bought a policy went online at one time or another to either sign up using a drop ticket request or a sell while you sleep product, or just went online to do some research. But that number is huge. 86% of all policy holders went online, okay? And that number is growing every day, okay? My 95-year-old grandmother has, of course, a basic email account, Facebook page. So the point is we need to be out there. Your website is your business card, okay? If you think back to the 70s, 80s, and even 90s, you know, you didn't go anywhere without a business card, and you always made sure when you met people that you would always hand off your business card because you just never know. Well, these days, your website is your business card, okay? Now, obviously, you still need to walk around with cards, but your website should be on the bottom or on the back of your business card. And the first thing, especially the younger generation, is going to do is they want to see who they're dealing with, how long you've been in the business. They want to see how credible you are. Maybe a picture of you and your family and the family dog, maybe some testimonials. We have a whole video and tutorial on some great ideas, but the point I'm trying to make is your website is your company image, your brand, your everything, okay? And we realize that, and that's why we put together insprofessional.com, which is our own website that you go to set up your free website with all of the tools and products that you're about to see. Some other great ideas, okay, to drive traffic, okay, to your website or your link where the client can run a quote, sign up online, policy gets sent right to your client, usually within a couple days, and you didn't do anything. You're done. You just need to drive that traffic. What I recommend is you set up your own email blast, which we have a system to do that as well at no charge. Anybody you meet, obviously, grab their email. It's just as important as a phone number these days. Social media, huge, okay? You don't need to be a professional with every social media tool that's out there, but I would say maybe Facebook at the very minimum, maybe LinkedIn, Twitter, very important. And then, of course, you always want to brand yourself with your website, drive traffic, which is the name of the game. Okay, you can partner with P&C agencies, health agencies. Okay, even if you're a health agent, great. You probably have a huge book of business. You want to drip on all of these clients, and we have all the marketing pieces that are already approved and compliant, so you can start to drive traffic to your website. Mortgage companies, okay, that's big, and of course you can work something out with whatever mortgage company that is. That's between you guys. Obviously, CPAs, accountants, huge. We also have a package where you can do SEO work, which is search engine optimization. Basically what that means is if I'm Bill Levinson and I live in Fort Lauderdale and I run a Google search, life insurance agent, Fort Lauderdale, my name, Bill Levinson, will come up number 1, 2, or 3, let's say. That's search engine optimization. This is all stuff that's going to drive traffic, okay? But I think the main thing to remember is your website is your everything. So anytime you put your name out there on a flyer, on an ad, on a business card, anything, you want to make sure that your website is on there because you need to drive traffic. So important. So we have a bunch of other packages and programs and videos that we put together that talks about how to drive traffic. So you can see us after the presentation, and we will get you up to speed. So moving forward here, in the website that I was just referring to is so important. If you have your own, great. If not, go to INS Professional and sign up today. We made some new updates. We have new backgrounds or templates that you can choose from. They are now mobile optimized, which means your clients can pull you up from their cell phone, okay, they can type in your website right from their, say their iPhone or smartphone or BlackBerry device, and your website will be automatically formatted to their cell phone so they can run quotes, look at the latest articles, life insurance calculators, basically everything that they need to know will be available on your very own website. Of course, branding yourself and nothing to do with Levinson. They don't see our name anywhere on there. So all they see is your name, which is very, very important. We have a brand new final expense quote engine. And what's so neat is when your client goes on the site and runs these quotes, you get an email instantly that says, hey, Bill Levinson just ran a Banner Life 20-year term quote. So then you get the email instantly, pick up the phone, call the client while they're still hot, and make the sale. We even have a e-app that's automated that is built into the website as well. So they can fill it out right with you on the phone, hit send, and you are done. It's that simple. We have new consumer videos that brand you, the agent, that they can open up from your website. We have various marketing pieces that talk about everything from our scholarship program to, savings and retirement with indexed UL or supplemental health products that you're going to learn a little bit more about today. So every single thing that a client can dream of, or if they want to run a quote or calculator or sign up online, if they want to see more product info, everything is available on these websites. And you have to keep in mind, especially the younger generation, they don't want to see you on a Wednesday night at their kitchen table before they put their kids to bed. They want to go on your website and gather as much information as they can without having to pick up the phone or make an appointment to see you. So just remember that, okay? If you're not seeing that today, you will see it in the next few years. So let's be one step ahead of the curve. Get set up now, because I promise you, your clients' children and their grandchildren, they want to search online and go to your website. They do not want to see you on a Thursday night at 7 p.m. I promise you. Okay, so moving forward here, Joe's going to show you what some of these updates look like on the agent websites, and then we're going to dive into Sell While You Sleep. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So some brand new updates to the website. We've actually added some brand new tutorial videos. So, of course, most people, when it comes to creating a website, immediately look at that process and they may be a little bit overwhelmed, but we make it very simple, very easy. We give you all the tools and support to be able to create that website very, very easily. We even give you some great tips or designing ideas that will actually hold your hand and walk you through the entire process. I do want to focus quickly here on some of the new updates here. We, of course, have a built-in quote engine for regular term insurance and the final expense. This actually comes with a lead capture feature. What I mean by that is if someone goes on your website and they actually run a quote, you're going to receive an automated email instantly with all their contact information. So you can then go to the next step, contact that client, make sure that they actually ran the quote, that they found the coverage that we're looking for. That's a built-in feature. We also have some great health analyzers that are built in as well. So all this is available, very turnkey, very easy to set up. You'll see I put some screenshots of some new themes on the top of this page. So again, that's all available right through that insprofessional.com website to get you up and running, and it really only takes about 24 hours from start to finish, and all you have to do is register and we'll take care of the rest.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Okay, so all of these products that you're looking at in front of you are all 100% client-driven e-applications. That means you don't even have to pick up the phone. You still get full commissions, full renewals when available, and all you do is drive traffic. That is it. And in fact, Adrienne is going to talk about some of her products that are included on this list, but I'm going to give you just a quick overview just to kind of let you know what's available. And again, if you want to dive in after the call, or you need licensing, or you want your own link, okay, because each product has its own link, we can get you set up. So anything that you need, please feel free. So critical illness with term life, we have an accidental plan, lightning issue term, The mortgage decreasing product is available today, and then we just launched the level version of Lightning Issue Term. It's a 20-year level term product that was just approved. We have 4 state approvals now. The rest should be done within about 4 weeks. So Lightning Issue Term, which is 100% exclusive to Levinson. Very important stuff there, especially if you're out recruiting. Okay, we have the Family Viva Life Term and Critical Illness product. We have the Ultimate Door Opener, University Plus Youth Life. That is a whole life product starting at just $4 a month. Okay, it's basically guaranteed issue, comes with a free 1-year scholarship. I don't know any grandparent or parent that's going to say no to little Johnny or little Susie for just a few bucks a month to get a whole life policy that builds cash value, guaranteed, and 1 free year scholarship to any of our 360 colleges across the country. And we have an accidental death guaranteed issue plan, term to age 95, modified whole life, a metal gap accident plan, short-term medical, secure light short-term medical, a dental, and of course a prescription card. All of these products are available on Sell While You Sleep through your website, and again, all 100% client-driven. There's no gray area here, just like some of these latest marketing ads that tell you everything is streamlined and approved in 5 minutes when it takes about a month. So these are all straight-through processing, 100% client-driven. And we don't want to confuse you. And this is pretty much how simple all of these products are for the most part. As soon as you get contracted, you get a custom link or URL. Let's just call it Lightning Term / Bill Levinson. You take that link and you put it in your email blast, or if it's on your website, okay, we made it very easy. If you look at that arrow straight down on the left side, it says add your Lightning Issue Term link. So you simply copy and paste it in that box, hit submit, and now automatically you get that blue banner that says Lightning Issue Term on your home page, and then when your client clicks that, that's where they run a quote, sign up, get approved, done. That's how most of these products work. It's that simple, okay? Now with certain products, of course, we have double-digit lifetime renewals, so as long as the policies are in force, you keep getting paid. That's huge, as we all know. So as soon as you pull up your website on the home page, that's where all of those products are listed. That's where your clients are going to go run a quote and then sign up online. And it really is that simple, okay? So the whole trick here, again, is driving traffic to your site and your custom link, as we know, which is exactly why me and Joe put together some great marketing material that Joe's going to go over with you. And then we also have some great videos and tutorials that we have put together for social media marketing. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So I just want to dive in real quick, not to steal any thunder from Adrian here, but these products, like Bill mentioned, with the complete consumer-driven process, it's very, very simple. I just wanted to go through this diagram. Starting in the top left-hand corner, the consumer can actually put in their information, run the quote, see all the rates in real time. This example, of course, is with our Lightning Issue Term product. The client then puts in all their contact information, answers the disclosures, the quick medical questions, and then you'll see on the right-hand side, they basically click the continue button. On the bottom, their signature is just as simple as their name and the date. They hit submit. With Lightning Issue Term, that client is going to receive instant approval. That policy is mailed out within 48 to 72 hours. So a very, very simple turnkey platform. One thing I do want to mention, like Bill had alluded to before, with a lot of the social media marketing, it makes it very, very simple and very, very easy to start marketing this product as soon as this afternoon on those different social media platforms. We actually have all the content you can use to push out to those different outlets, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, or even Twitter. So with that Facebook quote engine now available and a lot of these products that are completely consumer-driven, it makes that process that much easier. So we'll actually email out all that information at the end of the call as well.
Okay, thanks, Joe. All right, just a few other campaigns and marketing pieces that we put together here. Joe, is there any way to make that a little bigger?
Let me try here.
Okay. All right, so we have, if you don't have a system that you're using right now, such as MailChimp or any kind of CRM tool, we have that available at no charge. And we put together all of the flyers and campaigns that you can simply customize by adding your name, logo, picture of you, and you just hit the email send button and you're done. It's that simple. You can check who opened, what the ratios were, and then, of course, if anyone replies and says, I want more info. So we did all of the back office work for you. It's just up to you to say, hey, guys, show me where the library is. I want to pick out, these pieces. We can even customize them for you if you send us the information. So very, very easy. You just have to put your right foot forward and make this happen, and we're here to hold your hand. So, of course, as you know, our service, second to none, family-owned and operated since '72. It's our goal to get you up and running and, most important, comfortable with this whole entire process. So, without further ado, I want to introduce our featured speaker for today, and her name is Adrienne Etheridge, our Regional Sales Director from IHC. Adrienne?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Bill. And I'm going to probably sound like a broken record because our products in regards to the portfolio that we offer as well as the online capability that we offer through quoting and enrollment are extremely simple as well. So without further ado, again, my name is Adrienne Etheridge. I'm a Regional Sales Director with IHC. Been with IHC for about 5 years. Prior to that, I was with Assurant Health. So I've always specialized with carriers that, well, actually I've been with carriers that have specialized in the individual ancillary markets as well as small group employee benefits as well. So just a quick overview as to who we are as a carrier. Several of you on the call may already be familiar with IHC, but we've been in business the last 40 years. We're actually made up of 3 carriers, all rated A- excellent by AM Best. This is the entire suite of products that we offer. I'm not going to be going over in depth every single one of these products today, but what I will be going over are the most popular selling products for IHC currently, especially in today's volatile health market. So what we know as of 2013 is that there's over 24 million uninsured Americans. Also, there's over 20 million part-time employees. So there's some great stats to use in regards to where you may want to focus marketing these products and your marketing efforts. So our most popular selling product out of our portfolio right now is our short-term medical product. One of the reasons the short-term product truly is a leader among other carriers' short-term products is it's a simple product to explain. There are only 5 health eligibility questions an applicant needs to answer. They are yes, no. As long as the client or the applicant can answer no to the question, then coverage can be put in place. The quoting and enrollment is completely paperless and is done online, and I will showcase that shortly. Once the applicant is approved for coverage, their effective date can be as early as the very next day at 12:01 a.m. And everything is delivered to the policyholder electronic. Unless the client specifically wishes to receive paper certificates or ID cards in the mail, which they can do by calling policy services to request them. Everything is sent electronically to the insured where they can access a copy of their application. They can print out their ID cards as well as reference their policy certificates as well. Also, what we provide is electronic marketing. So you'll be able to quote online as well as complete the application online and create your own personalized web banners and web links. You will be amazed how simple this is to do once I show you the quoting engine. So some market considerations to take into account when marketing short-term medical. This is an extremely popular plan right now, especially for individuals who may have missed out on the ACA open enrollment that ended earlier this year and don't qualify for a special enrollment period and need some sort of gap coverage. Also, individuals who may qualify for an ACA plan but don't wish to purchase one because it's too expensive, they don't qualify for a subsidy, and want something that will cover unforeseen illnesses and accidents in the interim until the open enrollment period begins again. So it's a very, very popular plan, especially at this time. But some market considerations to take into account: we can write child-only plans on these short-term products. So children between the ages of 2 and 18 are eligible to apply, and they can be standalone. So you do not have to have a parent or guardian on the plan with the child or the dependent. So truly child-only short-term plans. Also to consider, student-only coverage. Students that aren't covered by their parents' health insurance, student spouses and dependents, or graduating students in need of temporary coverage until they find a job with health benefits. You then have sort of the employee or the employer group market. So you have employees that may be temporary or part-time. You have new employees or new hires in a benefit waiting period. It's a great solution for individuals looking for, 30, 60, 90 days of coverage for those more permanent plans to be put in place. Also, in regards to just, there's a lot of different scenarios out in the marketplace where a short-term plan is a great solution. So a little bit to differentiate short-term medical from an ACA. So short-term medical is not governed under the ACA and therefore is not an ACA compliant plan. So if a client is eligible for an ACA plan or an Obamacare plan and they take out a short-term plan, instead they still may be required to pay the IRS tax penalty. It's all just going to depend on how it's specifically asked at the time of the tax returns or when the tax returns are filed. Also, we get a lot of questions about our 1095s issued with short-term plans. They're not going to be issued because these are not ACA compliant plans. Although the short-term plans do cover some preventive services, they don't cover all the essential health benefits as defined under the ACA, and they do not meet the minimum essential coverage definition. Also, short-term plans, depending upon what state you're selling in, a majority of you are probably selling in Florida, but if you're selling in other states, we sell this product in, I believe, 38 different states. So you have a lot of offerings out there. In some states, the pre-existing condition look-back period is 5 years. In other states, it's as little as 12 months. So specifically, the two products in Florida available are the Secure STM and the Secure Lite. The Secure STM is going to be your traditional short-term coverage with first dollar office visit copays, and the insured can see any provider they wish. We then have the Secure Lite, which is a little bit more affordable with carefully selected benefit limitations. We can accept type 2 diabetics under the Secure Lite as long as they're oral or diet controlled. There's not a weight question. We do not ask if they've been declined for a condition that is still present, and a insured can see any provider they wish. In other states outside of Florida, we have the sort of the second generation of short-term plans called Bridge, Net, and Edge. So we have the Secure Net product, which really is the best-in-class short-term product in the marketplace currently. It is a true PPO, and the PPO associated with the plan is First Health, extremely strong PPO network across all states. It still includes first dollar office visit copays, and there's actually a prescription drug copay that is available after the plan deductible has been met. We then have the Secure Bridge product, which was built from the Secure STM coverage. This is going to be your traditional short-term plan with office visit copays. Clients can see any provider just like on the Secure STM product, non-insulin diabetics are eligible as well on that plan. We then have the Secure Edge, which is built from the Secure Light coverage. So this is going to be a little bit more economical plan than the Secure Bridge. There are carefully selected benefit limitations on that product. I don't like to say that it's a limited benefit short-term plan, but there are some internal limits you need to make sure your clients are aware of. But no wait question, no decline question, and again, the insured can see any provider. I know this is a little difficult to see due to the colors on the map, but you can see what states short-term medical is available, as well as the durations. In most states, coverage can be written up to 364 days. In some states, they can be written up to 6 months or 180 days. So here's a benefit comparison between the Secure STM and the Light product. So both products have a first $50 office visit copay. Depending upon the duration of the short-term plan purchase will dictate the number of copays, up to 3, each insured under the plan can use. And again, that's a first $1 office visit copay, so no deductible, no waiting period in order for a client to use their $50 office visit copay. But you can see with the Secure Light as well with the Secure STM, the different deductible options available as well as coinsurance options, and then the maximum benefit limitation as well. So with the Secure Light, you can see that it is quite a bit less than the amount shown for the Secure STM, which is more comprehensive. So as I mentioned earlier, the Secure Light does have some internal limits that it's important to point out to when you're working with a client who might be interested in the Secure Light. So this is all listed here for you to point those out. And of course, all of this literature is available once you're appointed through the agent portal as well. Here's, again, a side-by-side comparison of the Net, Bridge, and Edge product. Excuse me. Again, with these products, it's a first $50 office copay. Depending upon the duration of the short term will dictate the number of copays made available to each insured under the plan. But one thing I love about these short-term plans is the number of options clients have to choose from, whether it's you as an agent are trying to meet a monthly budget that the client has given you, or if it's a benefit price point that's important to the client. So we have a lot of variables, a lot of options for you in order to make that sale. Again, here's the side-by-side comparison of the benefits associated with the products. And again, it's just important to point out to your clients any internal limits with the short-term product if they are purchasing an Edge or a Light product. So as I had mentioned earlier, the Secure Net is truly associated with a PPO. So there are benefits in and out of network for that product. Whereas with the Secure STM, Light, Bridge, and Edge, again, the insured can see any provider they wish, but if they are able to utilize a multi-plan provider, they will receive a negotiated discount on those respective claims. And then we do also partner with an outpatient ancillary service network by the name of ANSI-Care. So if someone knows they need any type of diagnostic X-ray lab testing coming up, if they're able to utilize an ANSI-Care provider, again, they'll receive a negotiated discount for those claims. And getting into the Metal Gap product, this is a fantastic product as well. This is actually a guarantee issue supplemental gap plan, and it was originally designed when we launched this about 2 years ago to be sold along with the essential health benefit or metal plans. But this is an ideal solution for many consumers regardless of if or how they have a major medical plan, because individuals are hungry for some sort of wraparound type benefit or gap product to limit their exposure with these high deductible plans out there, whether it's a short-term plan or ACA plan, or even if they're just truly underinsured or uninsured. So this works, it pays a cash benefit directly to the insured at the time of claim. The client or the insured can assign the benefit to a provider if they wish. The available effective dates are the 1st, 8th, 15th, and the 22nd of the month. Because this is a guarantee issue product, benefits are payable for a pre-existing condition after the person has been covered under the policy for 12 consecutive months. So if someone does have a pre-existing condition and needs to file a claim, the claim is related to the pre-existing condition, that's not going to be covered during the first 12 months of the plan. I know this is a busy slide, but this is a side-by-side comparison of the product. So you have Metal-Gap and then you have Metal-Gap 2. But basically this is a product that bundles supplemental accident, critical illness, and depending on if we're talking about Metal-Gap or Metal-Gap 2, inpatient, outpatient surgery, or hospital confinement. So really great comprehensive plans that you can actually pair with an ACA plan or a short-term plan, or just simply offer it standalone. I always like to point this out too, is there's little caveats in that slide, but a benefit is paid when an accident results in the death or a covered loss or dismemberment, and the amount paid will vary based upon the nature of the loss. And the benefit is available once during the coverage period. So, for instance, if an accident was to pay out, once the accident amount is satisfied or paid out, that benefit is then exhausted and no future accident benefit would be paid. Also, what I'm really excited about with this product is the way we define critical illness. Other products in the marketplace that have a critical illness and accident bundled benefit usually defines their critical illness is extremely limited, maybe 2 or 3 diagnoses. Ours is very comprehensive in that we define it as life-threatening cancer, heart attack, kidney failure, stroke, coma, coronary artery bypass, loss of sight, speech or hearing, major organ transplant, paralysis, and severe burn. So some illnesses, that amount may vary by state, but again, very comprehensive, especially for this to be as price sensitive as it is, as well as guarantee issue. Also, these some benefits under this product. There's an RX discount, vision discount, and a CA newsletter. That's through a membership with the plan. And then also in regards to the inpatient and outpatient surgery, the benefit is paid for a covered inpatient or outpatient surgical procedure to repair damage, control a disease, or certify a diagnosis. 1 inpatient and 1 outpatient benefit are available per calendar year per insured. Here's the state availability for Metal-Gap and Metal-Gap 2. So depending upon the state your client is living in will dictate what product is available. And our quoting system is intuitive enough, so once you enter in the client zip code, it will pull up the correct and respective products that are available in that state. You're not going to have to weed through all the different products that we offer and make any type of guesses. So in regards to the eligibility with these products, with Metal-Gap, the applicant eligibility, the ages can be between age 18 and 64. Plan C does require the applicant to attest that they have an ACA plan in place at the time of application. That will come up at the time of application online. And then with Metal-Gap 2, that varies a little bit. We can actually write child-only plans with Metal-Gap 2 beginning at age 2. And with metal gap plans, MG35S and MG65S, that's going to also require the applicant to have an ACA plan in place at the time of application if the client wishes to purchase that product. So if a client wishes to purchase, if a client does not have an ACA plan for Plan A, B, and then for metal gap 2, MG35, MG65, that is fine. But Plan C's, MG35S and MG65S do require the client to have an ACA plan in place at the time of the application if they wish to purchase that level of benefits. We do also offer individual dental, and of course, many of us know that by offering your client and recommending a dental plan to your client, that this can mitigate significant or more serious claims down the road that are that sometimes are directly related to poor dental hygiene. And with regards to the individual dental products we offer, we don't offer any child-only plans, but applicants must be at least age 18 years of age and dependent children unmarried under the age of 26. There's a couple different PPO networks we partner with these products. That's the Aetna Dental as well as Dentamax. So again, nationwide PPO networks, extremely strong. Here are the 3 plan designs under IHC Dental: Apex, Bay, and Ridge. Ridge is actually an indemnity product, whereas Apex and Bay are PPO associated with the Aetna network. Here's the availability of the IHC Dental product. It's available in all states with the exception of Maryland. We then have the Frame Dental, which is a new dental product we've recently launched. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the 3 plans available, as well as the specific preventive care associated with the Frame Dental as well. So extremely strong. This looks and feels a lot like an employer-sponsored dental plan while keeping the rates very, very affordable. Here's the availability of the Frame Dental. That varies a little bit from the IHC Dental. But if you're selling in Florida, the product is available. And quickly, we do have another product called an RX Pay Card. This is actually a discount product. It's not a true insurance product, but this is a fantastic product, especially if you're working with someone who may have pre-existing conditions and needs some sort of discount for medications treating those pre-existing conditions. There are 4 tiers with the way the discount applies. The client is picking up a generic prescription. The most they're going to pay for that generic prescription is $10. For Tier 2, brand name and select generic drugs, they would pay up to a $20 copay. Tier 3, the insured would pay up to $50. And then for Tier 4, those are going to be your really pricey, maybe specialty medications. They would receive some sort of discount, and the discount's going to depend upon the specific medication that is. But the website is advanceddrugcard.com, and you can actually type in the name of your client's medication and see how that medication is filed under each tier, whether would it be a Tier 2 or would it be Tier 3. You can actually tell the client how what the discount would be or the amount the client would pay prior to them actually purchasing the plan. We then have our telemedicine product, and this starts out at $12.50 for an individual, or for primary spouse, primary child or children, or for a full family, $14.95. So basically, if a client is on an extremely, extremely limited budget and cannot afford any type of medical or gap type product, you can offer this to your client so they do have access, and they would have access to speak to a licensed physician with just a $15 copay. There's not a capability to Skype with the physician. This is all done over the phone, but the doctor would assess the client's ailments or condition. If need be, call in a prescription to the local pharmacy so the client can go pick up the medication they need. So really convenient product, kind of way to offer this. This can be sold standalone, and it can also be bundled with the other products that we offer. So getting into our website, this is our website. So once you're appointed with IHC, you'll go to myihcgroup.com, and you'll enter in your agent number as well as your password, and simply click go. So you'll come to the welcome page, and you have quite a few different links and products to choose from. So what you'll actually be able to do too is click on, let's say under link creation tool, temporary. A new page will populate, and you can simply save your personalized link into your favorites and access quoting short-term that way. You can also simply email this to your client so that they're able to enter in their information and move forward with the application. And then you can also create web banners to place under an email signature or on your website. So extremely easy. I mean, it's literally highlight, point and click, copy and paste. And agents love us for this. So getting into the actual quoting after you've saved the web links, and what we're going to do today is we're just going to simply click on short-term medical and click on quote. So this will take you to the product landing page. So if you're needing to quote, let's say just metal gap, you can simply click metal gap. Or if you do need to quote temporary health or short-term, you can click compare plans and enroll. Again, you can have another chance to email your personalized link to your client by just clicking email link to client. You'll put in your customer's name, their email address, and the email will send. We then click on compare plans and enroll, and this page will come up where you're going to need to enter in your client's zip code. With the effective date of the short-term plans, coverage, like I said, can be as early as the very next day, up to 60 days out. So for simplicity purposes, we're just going to choose, let's see, 7/15. Go mail. Here is where you can add on a spouse, as well as add any dependent children. And then we have our payment options. Most individuals like to pay monthly because they like to pay as they go, but there's also a single payment option as well. So if your client specifically knows they need 90 days of coverage and they want to make a one-time payment, they can do that. So you could select single payment, and you can select up to 180 days. Also, if you know your client is going to be, wants to get to the ACA open enrollment, you can also select Cover Me to open enrollment of 12/31/16, and they can make a one-time payment for that as well. So you'll click on Submit. And it does take it a second for the quoting page to populate. And once it populates, you'll see you have quite a few different options to choose from, as well as other ancillary products you can bundle to your sale to make it extremely easy and convenient. So the first thing that shows are the top 6 sellers. But if you're wishing to see specifically, let's say, only secure STM, you'll go under all available plans and specifically select Secure STM. You can see that there's 54 different plan designs to choose from. Also, you can sort the proposals by, let me move this, let's see. You can also sort the proposals by cost, by deductible, by coinsurance, and then the maximum policy length as well. So on the website, what you can do too is if your client has decided to go with this plan right here, Secure STM, $5,000 deductible, 50% with $5,000 out of pocket, but you don't have a brochure or the information handy, you can click on Plan Details and the brochure automatically downloads for you for reference. Another great thing are the supplemental products you can add on. So let's say this client, you know, they do have quite a bit of a high exposure here with their overall exposure being $10,000. So they do want to add on a metal gap benefit, which updates the premium to the right. And they also want to add on the telemedicine product. So what you can do at this point is if you're meeting with your client later, you can save the quote. You can then email the quote to your client for them to review and then move forward with the application. Or if you're meeting with the client or you have them on the phone, you can just simply click apply. I'm just waiting for the website to come up or the application to populate. It does take it a moment.
Adrienne, we have a couple minutes left. Just want to give you a heads up.
Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. So your client's information will flow from the previous screen to this with their date of birth, as well as zip code and gender. And also, one thing that's a convenient tool as well is Social Security number is not needed. So if you're working with someone that doesn't wish to disclose their Social Security number, or someone who may be here from overseas that is here on a work visa that doesn't have a Social Security number, it's not required. So the fields with the asterisk is needed. I'm going to just use mine. We'll click continue. And the application is literally 4 or 5 web pages to complete. So extremely straightforward. Here are the eligibility questions that the client must be able to answer no to. I'm going to go through here. And a name of beneficiary is needed here because of the metal gap product. Oops, wife. And then 2, if you've completed this part of the application, you can then email the rest of the application for the client to complete themselves as well. Here is the acceptance and signature that are needed, and this must specifically match what is on the first page of the application, or it will not let you move forward. Continue. And then this brings you to the payment page where the client can put in their payment information, such as credit credit card information, MasterCard, Visa, or Discover, as well as bank draft from checking or savings. So again, this does a really great job of breaking down the premium, keeping it as transparent as possible for both you and your client. So there's where the billing information would go, and a couple more signatures, and you would complete purchase. So again, extremely efficient and fast for agents out in the marketplace looking to offer their clients, whether it's metal gap standalone, short term, any of the products we talked about. So I've tried to go as quickly as possible and keep this as high level as possible, but if there's any questions or if you need appointment paperwork, please contact Joe or Bill and they will be more than happy to get guided for you.
Yep. Great job, Adrian. Thank you very much. And yeah, keep in mind, she went over a handful of products of the suite of products that are available on the Sell While You Sleep platform, which is just over 10 now. We're going to send out an email to everybody after today's presentation, including a lot of the brochures, pamphlets, videos that we went over today will include IHC licensing, so you can get set up as soon as today and start offering these products as early as next week. So great stuff, and we appreciate you guys and Adrian taking the time to join us today. I'm going to end with this. You know, I'm a big motivational guru. Floyd Mayweather, we know, is the best at his sport, and I truly believe that everybody is blessed with a certain talent. You have to know what your talent is, maximize it, and push it to the limit. Okay, insurance selling is our gift, so let's run hard and fast and never let your foot off the gas. With that said, have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care. Thanks again.